Hi everybody, welcome to today's reading. This weekend your spirit team wants you to put your little thinking cap on and consider what kind of creative skills, potential. You might even be pondering something kind of arty crafty, but it could just be an actual new interest. So there's something that your brain is ready to invest in, and it's just kind of been niggling away at you, and it's requiring a little bit of an action plan. So that might include a little bit of research into that. When we use that side of our brain, we create a balance. We create this potential that we are more than just existing. We are here to do other really interesting, fun things. And we don't know what it is until we give it a go. You know, when you try something this July, August, right, that then next July, August, you're like, oh, I'm so over that. It's fine. We're not here to do the same thing over and over and over again. Heaven forbid. Okay, so Spirit is encouraging you to find something that lifts that side of your brain to be more creative, because there's something that you are not doing that will really lead you in a direction and create some growth. So at least we forget that we are here for a diverse amount of reasons, seasons, and experiences. Okay, and you are ready to create a new potential. So you know the deal today. There's one card for each of the months, and the reading for you is the month of your birthday. And I always start in April because April is the beginning of the energy year. April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, and one for everyone. So this is letting you know that the universe is definitely behind you here, and they are wanting to support you with where you're going in relationships, where you're going for your plans, and where you're going working with them. When we are creative, it builds this kind of spiritual integrity. April babies. Yeah. So you've been feeling kind of stuck, and you're kind of feeling like, maybe I feel like you're in this kind of rut. It's like Groundhog Day for you. And Spirit's like, well, it's up to you to change that up. What can you do that is different? So, recently someone I know has chosen to do something different, which is going for hikes every weekend in the state that they live in, and seeing the most amazing views. And this is a perfect time of year. It's not too hot, and even if it is cold and you're walking fast, you warm up. So they're doing something completely different. What possessed them to do it? So involve yourself with some kind of activity that changes things up for you that you didn't really ever necessarily think that you would do. May babies. So this is really, whether you're going for a walk or you're doing your normal exercise or you're meditating, Spirit's wanting you to think about your career, where you're headed, what you're wanting to do. You see the goal, you reach the goal, and then we're ready for another. Okay, so Spirit is saying this is a great opportunity to sort of spice it up a bit into how you're wanting that future to look. And don't feel like you have to get in control of it. Just be thinking, I just want to do something that feels a bit more pushing me. It's making it a little bit more interesting, a little bit more salt and pepper in my career. Hey, June babies. Yeah, so June babies, there's this sense, and it always is with June babies, there's this sense of what makes me happy, and how do I know if I'm happy in a friendship, a relationship at work, a partnership, whatever it is, or I'm happy in a family. Spirit's like that. For you, it always feels like sometimes I am, sometimes I'm not, sometimes I am, sometimes I'm not. But really, this is the key to you. Other people are the key to you. So just notice how people make you feel, and then you might want to start writing a journal about how you felt over and above what you're thinking, because then you get stuck in the thinking sometimes. And when you write it down, you're like, oh yeah, I do feel that way about that person or that situation or whatever, and then you come back to it later and you're like, oh yeah, remember when that was happening, and you learn from that experience. But it's just this small thing that you do that's for you. It's not about them reading you or you having to say anything to them. It's just you doing it. June, July babies. Oh, so you have been given more responsibility, and Spirit says, yeah, then that makes you like, if something goes wrong, it's kind of like being the pilot or been studying to be a pilot, and then finally you're flying some massive jumbo jet and you're like, oh my god, I've got all this responsibility, these people sitting behind me, and even though you're more than capable of doing it. So Spirit says, what are you stressing about? Just know you know, otherwise you would not be in this position. You'll be fine. The way to help you with that is to up your exercise level, because otherwise you're going to get in a rut. What I see as an example of that, I call them uppy downy desks. You know, the desk where you like, and it goes up, and then you can sit down. If you're in a job where you're constantly sitting all the time, then you get into this rut of not exercising, not moving your body. And then when you go to stand up, you're like, oh, it's like I'm 107, right? So Spirit says that doing exercise, even if in your job you do walk around, making some time that's specifically for moving your body, do that, because that's really going to help you. August babies, you're a little bit tired of the way things are, and you're really wondering how you can change it up, and you're really tired of all the responsibility, and you get why Spirit is putting you in this position, because August babies, you're really saying to yourself, I'm not really sure that I want to be in a job that gives me this much responsibility. Sometimes it's about being promoted into a position that is beyond your capability, and you're like, okay, it was nice that people thought that I could do this, but this is really not for me. Some of us are chiefs, some of us are Indians. It doesn't matter. There's other things to you, right? That job or that situation does not define you. September, so that's Spirit saying, think about, what am I doing and why am I doing this? Do I really want to do this? Can I just change it up? Why did I think this would be great? It's not me. Okay, September babies. So September babies, you've been keeping a lot to yourself, and that's kept you safe. And Spirit says it's okay to not talk to the people that are the problem. Sometimes it's okay to keep that back, but it is important that you reach out in some kind of therapeutic way, perhaps to a counselor, or to, you know, someone that you feel safe with, to talk about the shitola that you're going through. Because it's okay not to talk, but sometimes we need to have someone reflect with us in a really uplifting way, and we don't have to always be just doing that by ourselves. October babies, so this is taking care of your inner self, and you are, you know, when was the last time you talked to your inner self? When was the last time you took time off? When was the last time you worried about you? How dare you? Because you're always being asked to take care of other people, and yet Spirit is saying that at this point in time, during this Mercury retrograde, it is really useful to be like taking yourself for a massage, taking yourself for a facial, or joining a yoga class, or doing something that's for you, that actually feels restful and uplifting for you. November babies, good news is coming your way. You're getting what you wish for, like some kind of good idea or project, or gift of gratitude, and you're not expecting it, but Spirit says that's okay. It's not like you should walk around expecting things, but this is an opportunity for you to do something again that is just for you. November, December babies, is that November, December babies? December babies, this is there's a sense of you worrying about the detail, and Spirit's like, why have they gone down that path? Why are they worrying about those tiny things? Well, you know what it reminds me of? You know, when sometimes when people put a new slab of concrete down, and they put a 5-cent coin or a coin in the concrete, and then some idiot comes along and is trying to get the 5 cents out, or the dollar, or the $2, whatever it is, and they're trying to dig it out of the concrete because they're so desperate for the money, or just for the hell of it. I mean, and I feel like Spirit's like, what are you doing? It's like you're watching somebody doing something as nebulous as that. So Spirit's like, if it's hard to do that, look away and do something else. Think of, is there a different way to do this? Like, is there another way for me to get $1 instead of trying to break the concrete up? So Spirit is encouraging you to think more long term, not just in the moment. That will help you. January babies. Cards in different places today because I've got things on my desk and it's kind of muddled me up. Classic Mercury retrograde. January babies, this is about loyalty for you. You know, yes, you're loyal to yourself, but it's kind of being like loyal to a role. you know, whether you're a mother or a father. It could be that. It's like being loyal to that role, loyal to what that means to you, loyal to your role as whatever job you have, loyal to being committed to that. So it's thinking about, how do I commit myself to something that's not always great? Did you catch that bit? Not always great. Sometimes it's fantastic. So we shouldn't lose our shitola when it's not great. So how do you find that balance? And so Spirit is saying, be loyal to yourself and notice what you're committing yourself to, and seeing that that has a great balance. February babies, take care of yourself. This is a part of building your confidence, is sometimes to take time out, and during Mercury retrograde is especially useful for you to step back, take a few days off, to not feel like you have to burn the candle at both ends, that it's okay for you to have a half day. It's okay for you to talk to your boss about what you need, because your entire self, your physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual, need a bit of a break sometimes to regroup. So find some space to do that. March babies. God, people are annoying. Yeah, people are the problem. Oh, I'm going to get in trouble for saying that. But what? Have you met a person that's perfect? No. So yeah, you might feel like throwing those barbs at people, but really, that's just your emotional self. So like, rein it in. Just be like, oh God, it's okay. I don't need to get cranky. I just need to pull it in myself, and notice and remind yourself, yes, I'm in Mercury retrograde. People are saying things that are annoying to me, but together we are stronger. So why am I trying to push them away? So yeah, people are the problem, but we're going to remember that also we all have our different problems. Sometimes I do this thing when I'm sitting at the traffic lights when I'm in the city or somewhere, and I just look around, I see all this massive intersection of cars waiting for a red light, and they're all, people are like sitting there like, I know every one of those people is having a different experience, and in that moment they're all thinking different things. They're thinking about where they're going, they're thinking about what's happened, they're thinking about what they could or should do. There's all this stuff going on, and so Spirit says, respect the fact we all have different stuff going on, which may not align with us, and that may mean they're just not your people. But in this instance, I think they are your people, and Spirit's like, just rein it in a bit. All right, and on that note, have a wonderful weekend.